Have you ever wondered why some players score more points than you, even though you work harder than them? I used to wonder the same thing. But once I fixed this one mistake, everything changed. There's a piece of basketball advice that almost every player hears. And it sounds smart. It seems safe. But it's quietly killing your ability to score. The common piece of basketball advice that is killing your game is that you must be efficient with everything you do. And I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why it hurts you and the solution to overcome it. Now, the solution, I call it the master key, because once I discovered it, everything unlocked. Take the key, use it, and unlock the player that's already inside you. You want to hear something obvious? To score a lot of points, you need to shoot a lot of shots. Every time that I scored 30 points in a single game, whether it was AAU or actual high school ball, I just shot the ball. And even after I had 30 plus point games, my coach or my trainer would suggest that I shoot even more shots. Why? Because I earned the right to take more shots. Let me take you downstairs and I'll give you a visual example of what I'm talking about. If we were to think of the game of basketball like a spectrum here, we have the majority of players in the non-factor category on this far side of this line graph. And then we got the other side. Nobody likes playing with these kind of guys. The gunners, the guys that are shooting every single shot they get, even if they're double, triple covered, trying to be Kobe when they're really not Kobe. If you work hard on your game, then you can get further down the line towards the gunner spot. But most people are non-factors. Let's be real. Some guys just sit in the corner and they do nothing. They don't get noticed by anybody. They're just kind of there and they might get 5 points. Maybe. So this is my advice to you. I would rather you go into every game putting yourself this far on the spectrum. If you keep yourself in the action the whole game and you shoot, and then you're like, you know what? Now it's not falling. Let me relax a little bit. You can do that. And it's much easier to get that done compared to starting back here and having to work your way up. Here's a hard-hitting piece of advice that I wish somebody sat me down and told me years ago. Percentages ain't points. And to bend your mind even more, going 8 for 15 is better percentage-wise than going 2 for 5. So volume shooting actually works in your favor because you have a bit more wiggle room when it comes to the ratio of makes and misses. So actually, by worrying about efficiency, mathematically, you do worse. Also, when we worry about efficiency so much, we tend to overthink. Now, this is something that is going to relate to a lot of y'all out there. I know for a fact because I went through this exact thing. Instead of taking the pretty easy shots, we look for the really easy shots. Now, some of y'all out there that may not be able to relate might be thinking, well, Mark, what difference does that really make? You know, pretty easy shots, really easy shots. Like, why does it matter? I'll tell you, Mason. People named Mason are shook right now. Anyway, the reason why looking for really easy shots compared to just taking the pretty easy shots is that you may not get those pretty easy opportunities again in a game, which means you'll have less opportunities to actually score in scoring scenarios. Any moment that you have hesitation in basketball is just a bad thing, and we don't want to have hesitation in our game, right? I can think back to so many times in my high school basketball career when I would pass up easy mid-ranges because I thought there might be a better quality shot, like an open layup or something, but then I go for the layup and the lane gets clogged up before I get there. So if you have a pretty easy look, just take the look and don't think twice about it. Everybody's getting so caught up in these analytics, and I'm not saying I'm against them. I believe analytics are huge for the game of basketball, but get your 30-point games first and then start talking to me about analytics. The bottom line here is I'm just telling you to give yourself the opportunity to score. Just put the ball up there. Who knows? It might just go in. Now, let's talk about this topic quickly because I know at least one of y'all out there is worried about this. And look, don't be upset about it. Don't beat yourself up. This is a very common thing to be worried about. The crowd should have zero effect on you. I'm going to seem harsh here, but this is for your own good. Have mental toughness and be a man. And you know what? Your teammates may have some problems with you shooting the ball more, but if you're winning games, trust me, they'll get over it. Like I said, You're not a Chuck if you score. Let me tell you something, bro. One day you're gonna die. One day everybody around you is gonna die. It sounds harsh, and it kind of is. But that should change your perspective on things. Why would you ever worry about the other people around you, like their opinions of you, of how you play the game of basketball, or if you miss a shot, whatever? Why would you ever worry about that stuff? Because you're going to be in the ground 6 feet under, and so will they. You're going to die. This is not our final destination, bro. We have a better place in heaven, amen. So stop worrying about what other people think of you. This is your life, and you need to take control of it. Stop letting outside factors control your life. And trust in Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Now let's talk about your coach. Look, I get it. You're worried about how he'll react to you shooting more, or you're worried that he'll bench you or something, but let me ask you a few questions, and all of your answers are to be personal to you. These questions are for you. Are you seriously going to let your coach dictate the course of your basketball journey? Are you going to give up that easily and just confine yourself into this little box that other people put you in? Or will you stop confining yourself into being a role player and be great? Think about it. Thank you for staying till the end. Here's my end of the deal. Now, if you're struggling with confidence on the basketball court, you don't know how to go from being a role player to a star player, click here. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro.